What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ross Customs. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a long time since I last uploaded a video once again. I'm not going to promise you guys that I'm uploading anything anymore because I don't seem to have a set schedule, but today we're finally back again and we're doing some more updates both to the production and also to the vehicle, just to kind of give you guys some quick updates. We're kind of standing out in the middle of a park on a nice Tuesday afternoon, and I got this fun little water bandana on because it's super hot outside. So we're going to skip all the jibber jabber and get straight into it and give you guys all the new updates. So first and foremost, production updates. Anytime I record a video and anytime I have recorded a video, I've just been using my phone. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which isn't terrible. I'm sure the audio doesn't sound so great right now, but that's pretty much what I've used to record any of my past videos. So today we're gonna go ahead and show you guys some production updates. Let's go ahead and head to the back of the car and show you guys real quick. So here at the back of the car, we're gonna go ahead and just show you guys the bag. So most of you might know what this is based off just the logo alone. So my girlfriend got us this camera that's kind of been going a little bit, I would say viral a little bit recently. A lot of people are using this thing, but this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. She got me the creator combo. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and kind of show you guys all the cool little things that it came with, and then we'll go from there.
What's up, everyone? Post-editing Ross Customs here. So I was watching the clip where I kind of go over everything that comes with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and the audio is just so bad from my phone. It literally sounds like I'm standing in the middle of like a hurricane or something. So if you guys want to take a listen real quick. The bag itself, we have ourselves here the camera, which I'll show you guys here in just a moment. Honestly, that's pretty bad. I'm not even gonna keep that in there, but this is a fun little intermission that we're just swapping over from the iPhone to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, so you get this fun little intermission. So we'll see you guys right back outside.
And just like that, we are now on the new camera setup. So as of right now, I am using the little mic that it came with, and of course we're on the camera itself. I'm not gonna go a whole like product review, but I will kind of give some of my favorite things about this camera so far. So first and foremost, the microphone is pretty good. Hope that doesn't smack you guys too hard. It's got the little noise reduction thing on there, but then also, of course, this camera is on a gimbal and it's got focus lock. So pretty much wherever I put the camera, if I have it locked onto my face, which I do right now, wherever I move the camera, it's gonna stay locked onto me pretty much until I tell it not to. And of course that can apply to objects such as the car as well. So if you've seen my Instagram or my YouTube, you might have noticed that some of my edits were actually a little bit more high quality, and that's because I was using this camera. And of course going forward, we're gonna be using this camera for YouTube videos. So now that the production updates are out of the way, let's go ahead and get straight into the updates on the vehicle. All right, so moving into the updates on the vehicle, we're just gonna do a fun little walk around, kind of go over each and everything. I'll make it very brief, starting with the front, the most obvious. So the front bumper is completely redone, completely replaced. I'll make a long story short. I was driving to school, something hit my splitter, broke the splitter, and then broke the front bumper, so we got it replaced. I do have this Amazon splitter that I bought for about 50 bucks, and for the sake of it just being a cleaner build, I kind of just want to keep it like this anyways. I kind of do like it more without all the extra stuff on it. So for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to keep it this way. Now moving on towards the tires and wheels, we got a few things going on here. So number one, we did of course upgrade the tires. What I had before were some Michelin Pilot Sports. Now they weren't too bad, but of course they were running its course, so I had to get new tires. So I went with the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500. Now, I know some people might run to the comments and be like, dude, you've got a 169 horsepower CVT. What are you doing with those kind of tires? I just want to do a quick review on these things too. These things are really cool, and I'll show you guys why. So if we take a look here at the back, you guys can see that tread pattern is pretty crazy. Honestly, it looks track ready. The sidewall looks pretty cool as well. These tires only cost me about $1,100, whereas the Pilot Sports are going to cost me about $1,400. Another thing too is I feel like the Pilot Sports are kind of like a little bit too much daily-ish driver looking, despite the fact that I drive a daily driver vehicle. I just wanted something to kind of fit the wheel setup. You know, I got the aftermarket wheels. I wanted to have some tires that fit the bill as well. So overall, these things are really cool. I would recommend getting them. They grip really hard and they're just really fun to drive on. So yeah, moving on past the tires, past the wheels, we'll go ahead and take a look right up in here. If you guys can take a look right back there, we did upgrade the brake rotors. My other brake rotors were just starting to get worn out, so I needed to get new ones, and I went with R1 Concepts drilled and slotted brake rotors. Now the unfortunate part of me getting those is that these wheels that I've selected, the whole center area kind of pretty much covers up those brake rotors, so you can't really tell they're drilled and slotted. I might know they're drilled and slotted, but for the most part, you kind of have to really get up close to take a look at that. So cosmetically, it doesn't do much. However, I will say I've had these on for about a month and a half to 2 months, and so far they work really well. The brakes work really well. I've had no issues. Very low dust, as you guys can see. I mean, you can still see some, but the dust that was on the brakes before was just orange. It just made my wheels look really gross. So same thing, once again, good on your R1. Taking another quick look back out, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the next thing, a little bit towards like we'll call it the mid area of the car, but realistically, it's just the entire car in general. If you guys own a Corolla and you're gonna get some rotiforms, you have to know that the wheel hub bore is bigger than the centric hub ring on the Corolla. So you have to get other centric hub rings. So they make them pretty specific size that you have to measure them out. The ones that I bought were just slightly too big, so I did sand them down just a little bit. But basically, if you don't have the centric hub rings, the wheels are just going to be riding on the lug nut stems, which is definitely not safe at all. So we went ahead and put those on just so that way the ride is a little bit more smooth that way, and hopefully we can avoid any damage to the lug nut stems. The next thing we went ahead and did was I did lower the car a little bit more. If you guys remember the last video I did, where I did all my mods and kind of went over that, you'll remember I had the RSR Downs lowering springs. Well, now I've got the RSR Super Downs lowering springs, so this thing is dropped by about another inch. Honestly, the fitment looks pretty good on it. I like it quite a bit. I still have the RSR springs with me. I'm gonna sell them for about $100. So hey, if you guys own a Corolla, either a hatchback or a sedan, you're looking for lowering springs for cheap, I got y'all. They only got 9,000 miles on them. They should be still pretty good. Now moving towards the back, this isn't necessarily a mod. This is just more some quick personalization. I did add some red pinstriping here on the side spat, just because I kind of wanted the red to flow all the way through. So that way we just went ahead and did that one. I feel like it looks pretty cool. Moving on up to the trunk lid. Now, if you guys remember my last full video with the K&N short ram intake, you'll also remember that I got this EPR International carbon fiber duckbill spoiler. I finally installed it, and I know I was supposed to make a video on how to install it, and I promise that is still coming. But yes, this is the EPR International carbon fiber duckbill spoiler for the Corolla, and this thing is only being held on by 3M auto panel duct tape. I've washed the car tons of times, and it's rained a bunch here in California, and this thing is just not coming off. So you only need that 3M tape again, which I will go over once I make the installation video. And lastly, moving back here towards the back, we did do some exhaust work. So this is still that same Borla catback exhaust that I've had since I first uploaded that video. However, this time we just went and chopped off that resonator just to kind of give it more full sound of the exhaust. So let's go ahead and get you guys a quick clip of that exhaust with the resonator delete. By taking another walk around of the vehicle, if you guys have been watching my videos since I first started uploading about this car, you saw all the mods, all the changes made to it so far. I can be fairly certain that I really like where it's ended up now. It's very clean. You know, I like the way it sits, the ride height, the tires, everything about this thing, the color scheme, really is just super cool. And again, HKS GRC, still love you for that hood, man. That thing just makes this thing look so much better. And once again, of course, they are functioning hood vents. They're not just taped on there, meaningless. But like I said, I really like where this car's come. With that all being said, that pretty much means there's not much else I have left to do to the car, if anything at all. I have poured just a decent amount of money. I don't want to go overboard because while I do understand it's not a super fast car, it is still my car, and I just wanted to enjoy it and do something cool with it. And there's really not a whole lot left to do. So that doesn't necessarily mean that's the end of my channel or end of the content. In fact, I still want to get good content. I want to get more content now that I have this camera. I don't know about car meets because I know California car meets are a little bit scary because they got some weird stuff out there, and some of you guys might even consider my cards some of that weird stuff. But overall, there's not going to be a whole lot more updates video or a mod video. There is an aftermarket resonator that my friend has on his car that I might get for my car. If I do end up getting that, we'll obviously, of course, make a video installing that one. I still have to make the video of installing the carbon fiber duckbill spoiler for some of you guys. And so, I mean, there is still content to be made, but really not so much of work on the car itself. Now, that still leads me to a couple of things. Number one, Fuel Fest is coming back around again here on June 1st of 2024. So if you guys are in the SoCal area, and you guys watch my videos and you like the car, I will be there in person. You guys will be able to see it. It'll be pretty cool. So I think that just about does it for all the updates, both for production and of course the vehicle itself. So I think we're gonna go ahead and hop back in the car and head back to the house. Heading back to the house now. Like I said, guys, there's really not much else to do to the vehicle, and I still want to get more content somehow. I do like making, you know, those little car edits, of course, like you've seen on my shorts or if you follow my Instagram, but it is a little bit difficult getting the same 6-7 shots every single time, because I'm sure that gets very repetitive. So I do want to try to find something else to do as well. Maybe just practice more on my editing skills, and maybe not just do my own vehicle, maybe do other people's vehicles as well. And hopefully that can be something apart that I can upload on my channel or even on Instagram. But unfortunately, because I already did most of the work on this car, there's not really a whole lot of videos of like installing this on the car, installing that on the car, or how to do this X, Y, and Z things, you know? Unfortunately, all that work has pretty much been done. And like I said, I don't want to pour too much money into this car because, you know, while I do enjoy it, I do understand it's a 169 horsepower CVT, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy what I drive. But I'm not trying to pour like tons and tons of money into this thing just because it's not a Supra. You know, it's not a Lamborghini or anything crazy. It's just a Corolla. It's a Corolla that I enjoy, but I don't think a Corolla is worth 10K plus worth of mods. You know what I mean? That being said, if you're the kind of person that has put 10K plus mods on a Corolla, I'm not saying that's bad. It's just not worth it for me. And like I said, I like the result where my car is at right now. There's really not much else I could think about doing. Maybe wrapping the car at some point to a different color. But in terms of like cosmetics or, you know, even actual performance mods, I mean, we're very limited on the Corolla platform. So it is really just not something worthy of investing that much money in. Plus, you know, it's just, it is a daily driver, you know? It's not like I said, it's not anything crazy. But what I will say, I do like the sound of the intake and the exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera over. We're gonna get that on camera real quick. Now, I feel like that should go to show some people that you don't have to have a super fast car in order to have fun. But I can at least say, if it was faster, I would be having more fun. I'm just kidding. Don't do what I just did. I did it because the road was mostly clear, but low-key what I did was unsafe. So don't follow my footsteps. Also, if this somehow ends up in court, that wasn't me. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the little updates, and I hope to see you guys, maybe some of you guys at Fuel Fest. If not, that's all right. Hopefully I can find some more content to make other than just my fun little car edits. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. If you guys have been following along since I started the channel, or at least re-uploading like car stuff on the channel, I appreciate all of you guys. We did pass like 1,300 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, which should be the carbon fiber duckbill install instructions sort of thing. But we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.